Angelica Torres, and I'm an undergraduate freshman at Texas Tech University. Today I'm exploring a question that affects nearly every student on campus. How does social media impact the self-esteem of Texas Tech undergraduates? Social media is a huge part of college life. Most of us check Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or Snapchat daily. But while social media connects us, it can also influence how we view ourselves. Studies suggest that social media usage is linked to self-esteem fluctuations, feelings of inadequacy, and social comparison, especially among college students. To understand this better, I created a survey and asked students a series of questions about their social media habits and how it affects the way they feel about themselves. The first question asked was, how often do you find yourself on social media? I then asked, how often does social media make you compare yourself to others? Individuals were then asked about how they felt after using social media. The last results concluded to, how often does social media make you feel insecure about your appearance? These results suggest that while students are highly engaged with social media, it often encourages comparison and insecurities, but it's not all negative. Some students report positive impacts when following creators who promote self-confidence. To gain deeper insight, I interviewed 3 Texas Tech students about their experiences. What comes to mind when you think about how social media influences the way you feel about yourself?
What comes to my mind is I think of a bunch of girls I see on my feed, amount of followers they have, and I think about how I often compare myself without realizing I'm comparing myself.
In what ways do you feel like you find yourself comparing your life or appearance to people you see online?
I'll go through their profiles, go through their followers, likes, makeup routines, and try to do their makeup routines or try to dress like that.
Have you noticed changes in your mood or self-confidence after scrolling for a little bit?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt pressure to look or act a certain way because of social media?
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you ever taken a break from social media and did it change how you felt about yourself?
I think I took a break one time freshman year for about a week or two, and I think so. I wasn't comparing myself to every single person I saw.
And how different do you think your self-esteem would be without social media?
It'd probably be better. I wouldn't be self-conscious or anything, or compare myself to every single girl I see.
Definitely, it used to affect me a lot, negatively. I think as the more I've grown in my faith and the more Christ has impacted my life, I definitely can control what I see and how I feel about everything. And I follow a lot of creators that lift up their fans and are confident about themselves and don't put people down in a negative way. So I think that's positively encouraged me to think about myself in a more positive way, I guess.
What ways do you find yourself comparing your life or your appearance to people you see online?
Again, it used to be really bad, but now it's I can get ideas of working out or how to eat healthier or things like that to better my life.
Have you noticed changes in your mood or self-confidence after scrolling for a minute or two?
With college and work life, it can get pretty stressful. So I think after scrolling, seeing a couple funny TikToks, it can calm me down a little bit and reset me with laughing. So
100%. Have you ever felt pressure to look or act a certain way because of social media?
When I was younger, yeah, in high school, I would see all the girls prom and all the other stuff. I thought I had to do that too. But now I'm it's my phone. I can do what I want on there.
2 questions. Have you ever taken a break from social media, and if you did it change how you felt about yourself?
I have a couple weeks at a time. I have just taking breaks. Especially with Snapchat, it was in the single part of my life, I was really, it was a lot of pressure to Snapchat all these people back, and like I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like it's freaking me out. Like it's too much. So I have taken breaks, and like it's better. Like when I come back, like it's
Good.
I can control.
Okay, last question. How different do you think your self-esteem would be without social media?
I think the changes that I've been through has helped me like get to where I am, but I think that without social media, like I wouldn't have had to go through those, like especially like in the younger years. I wish I didn't have any of that social media, but now I think it's like a form of communication and like talking to other people and like growing your business and growing like your image to everyone else, especially depending on what you want to go into. So I think without it, my self-esteem would be different. But
I feel that social media is kind of a place where everyone shows like the best versions of themselves, so I don't use it in order to compare myself because I already know how it's used. So I just use it to keep up with my friends.
Have you noticed changes in your mood or like self-confidence after scrolling for a while?
No, I mean, unless it's like TikTok and I'm watching a sad video and then I'm seeing someone get married or I'm seeing like someone go through a breakup, then I'm going through moods of like whatever I'm watching.
Right.
But if I look at my friends, I'm usually just happy because I'm just checking in.
In what ways do you find yourself comparing your life or like your appearance to people you see online?
I don't usually find myself comparing just because I know that I just show the good parts of my life and I know other people do that too. So I just I don't usually compare my life because I know that social media is fake.
How different do you think your self-esteem would be without social media?
I think it would be the same, just because like if anything, social media has like kind of raised my self-esteem, just because like when I do post something or like I like post myself looking beautiful or like amazing or whatever, all dressed up, then I get like a bunch of compliments and a bunch of likes. So I feel like better, but I don't think I would feel different if I didn't have it because I already had pretty high self-esteem going into it.
Have you ever felt like pressure to look or act a certain way?
I think so, yes. Just because like how I said, like everybody shows like their perfect side. When I broke my ankle in high school, I made it to where you couldn't tell that I broke my ankle.
Oh wow.
So that like, yes, like I was just showing like that everything was great and there's no problems.
Okay, and then our last question is, have you ever taken a break from social media? And if so, did it change how you felt about yourself?
I guess right now my account got reported, so I don't have access. I haven't had Instagram for a month, but I felt no change. It's just I get sad that I can't see what my friends are up to because I'm missing out on like important life events that I'm just not seeing because they're back home and I'm here.
All three students, Allie, Polly, and Adelaide, agree that social media influences how people see themselves, especially through comparison. However, they each respond to that influence differently. Allie understands that social media only shows the best parts of people's lives, so she chooses not to compare herself and mainly uses it to keep up with her friends. Polly used to feel negatively affected by social media, but as her faith grew, she became more confident and less impacted by what she saw online. Adelaide, on the other hand, still finds herself comparing her appearance and popularity to others without meaning to. As you can see, students' experiences vary. Some use social media as a connection tool, while others feel pressure to measure up or seek validation through likes and followers. Research supports this. According to a 2021 study published in Computers and Human Behavior, heavy social media usage is strongly correlated with self-esteem issues among college students, particularly when users engage in upward social comparison, comparing themselves to people they perceive as better or more successful online. In conclusion, while social media offers connection and entertainment, it also presents challenges for undergraduate self-esteem. Students at Texas Tech navigate these platforms differently, as seen in the free response. As a student myself, I've noticed that reflecting on my own social media habits helps me approach these platforms with more awareness. Limiting exposure, following positive creators, and focusing on offline connections are some ways to maintain a healthier perspective. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gives you a better understanding of how social media affects the self-esteem of Texas Tech undergraduates.